Hello, good people. It's Rob Lee. I'm going to do a video for you that I had not planned on doing. And this is the type of video as the last one. I had not planned on doing this video, but I feel compelled and led by the Father to do so because it's incredibly important. This video will outrage you, and it will move you, and it will show you where we are at in this war. I recently received an email from a sister on this channel. Her name is Sabine Tucker. I hope that I am pronouncing it right. I want to read her email to you. Now, I've not had permission from her to do this, but I don't think that she's going to mind. This sister has been with me for a long time. I would like to read to you her email. Dear Rob, let me say a heartfelt thank you for all your teachings. You have made me understand the world that I have never been able to understand in all my 55 years of living. Thank you so very, very much, Rob. Rob, I would like to ask you if you could include me in your prayers, please. I have gotten myself in trouble for sharing the truth about the Babylonians and the truth that is written in the Bible on Facebook. Sadly, I have not been wise as a serpent. I knew it was risky to do that in Germany, but I wanted to wake people up. Now the criminal police is charging me with sedition, inciting the masses. There's jail time and huge fines on this particular crime if I get convicted. I have 2 ponies, 2 dogs, and many house and feral cats that I take care of myself, for I live alone with the animals. If they jail me, I don't have anybody that would take care of the animals, and I'd probably lose my job. I have been praying, but being a miserable sinner myself, I would really appreciate a righteous person like you to pray for me. I hope it is all right that I'm asking you to do this. If not, please forgive me. I hope all is well with you and your family. Abba, Father, bless you. The love of Jesus Christ be with you always. Kindest regards from Germany. Sabine. Well, dear, I don't know how righteous I am, but I have certainly prayed for you, not once, not twice, but quite a few times, and I'm going to continue to pray for you. That is heartbreaking, and it is outrageous, and I ask you all to please pray for this sister. This could be you, and many of you have felt the wrath of the evil of this world, be it physically or spiritually or both, for speaking out against evil. Before I get into this, I want to say a few things about Germany before I share some thoughts with you about wisdom from our Father and how we should handle this type of situation as we go forward about speaking out. Many of us have German blood. In fact, I'm certain I do. My mother is 50% German and 50% Scotch. In 1941, a little less than 50% of the United States had German blood in them. This is why the people did not want to go to war against Germany in World War II. It took the Japanese bombing of Pearl Harbor to move the folks to go along. The people would never know at the time that the governments, the bankers, and the devil's children knew that it was coming and failed to warn the people or the soldiers in Hawaii. The word Germany, comes from the Latin Germanus, or genuine. They were the real deal. You see, this means they were the Israelite tribes that landed in this part of Europe after the Assyrian captivity and dispersed throughout Europe. And they were called Germanis. They were the genuine ones, you see. This is why the Babylonians have such intense hate for the true Germans, because they know who they are. You have to remember, brethren, this war goes back to the very beginning of the Bible, Genesis 3:14 through 15. Angela Merkel, whose real name is Kazmarechek, and all the other pawns of Cain, do everything in their power to destroy the children of the Almighty Father. They serve the devil. The propaganda against Germany and all Western culture countries is non-stop and pure evil. The devil's children can openly admit their intentions, and the naive cattle will simply go along. Now, I want to ask you again, where's the church? I just did a video exposing the church and the poor, pathetic people that follow the church. Where is the church? As we are losing our right to speak, where is the church? Because the church is a part of Babylon. These devils are the world's biggest hypocrites. They are Antichrist, and they are the evil of Romans 9:21 and Proverbs 16:12. They were born evil, and their entire purpose in this life is to destroy Jesus Christ and his flock and exalt their father, the serpent, also known as the dragon, above all. There are currently draconian anti-free speech laws all over Europe, Scandinavia, Australia, South Africa, New Zealand, Russia, and Canada. The loss of the ability to speak freely is the crux of a complete takeover of Western culture countries, and these same laws are rapidly being implemented here in the United States. After September the 11th, 2001, we had Patriot Act 1, and then we had Patriot Act 2. We lost so many rights, but the people were too busy watching TV and the ball games to realize what had actually happened. The devil's children have polluted the air with profanity, pornography, filth, hate, and excessive violence, and they call it freedom of expression. Yet, when we criticize them for their evil behavior, they call it hate speech. When we read the Bible that condemns them, because the Bible does condemn them from the very beginning to the very end, Jesus Christ condemned them, they call it hate speech for reading the words of Jesus Christ. And Jesus Christ told us that this would happen. The internet, like all forms of media and entertainment, is controlled and owned by the enemies of Jesus Christ. All social media is in the hands of the devil's children. They created it, folks, to monitor you and spread their false information. It was not created to help you. Computers monitor every word, and they are programmed to look for certain words. The algorithms from Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube, there are spies and trolls who do nothing but monitor the channels they deem as dissenters and the people who frequent those channels. Facebook and all other social media sites and all their staff are antichrist, and they are anti-white. They are the devil's own. They are there to monitor and suppress information, period. That's what they are there for. Intelligence agencies have long since infiltrated the internet and the blogosphere, hiring goons and demonic creatures to attack and provoke people online, to exhaust them so they eventually stop posting. They have also created tens of thousands of channels to mislead people and to lure you into saying something that you should not say. This is psychological warfare aimed at eliminating dissent. The game is to make the blogger or the commentator think person X is a regular internet commentator, but in fact they are a paid troll. Trolls are often characterized by extreme maliciousness. Their aim is to shock, injure, and paralyze debates. You see, they have to destroy truth because they fear the truth. Many times they will try to form fake friendships and lead you away from the truth. The deception is evil and deep. You and I, folks, are being muffled and censored because we are on the right side of this war. We are witnessing the final suppression of free speech. I told a brother and a sister, Proletarian and Chad, I told them 18 months ago, we were having a phone conversation. I said that when you start to see the suppression of free speech grow stronger, you will know the tribulation is at hand. And brethren, it's close, closer than you think. In the email, the sister said that she was not wise as serpents, and she is referring to the words of Jesus Christ when he told us to be wise as serpents. And she may also be referring to a video on my channel that I know that the sister watched because she commented. I did this video about this subject for incidents just like this one. And Jesus Christ told us in Matthew 10:16, "Behold, I send you forth as a sheep in the midst of wolves. Be ye therefore wise as serpents and harmless as doves." The King of Kings is telling his children that we are to be wise as serpents. We are surrounded by wolves. Now, of course, this is symbolic for what Jesus Christ is telling us. Look, you're going to have to be as smart as the enemy. You're going to have to be smart as the enemy, okay? Being wise as a serpent is knowing when to speak and how to do it. It's a way of living. It's not just knowing how to speak. It's who we are. It's discernment that comes from the Spirit that lives in us. It dwells in us. Many folks have good intentions, but they do not have the wisdom and the temperament to confront the evil of this world with facts. Now, I'm not saying that this sister did such a thing because I don't know all the details. I do know she's a good woman. They take away, people do, from their message by spewing so much hate themselves that they cannot hear the point that is being made. To speak out against evil in these days and those that are coming, we must have the Father's protection. We are told to follow Jesus Christ. And we see how our King handled the exact same beings. He defeated them with calm truth. Only once did Jesus become violent. He stormed the temple, made a whip, and removed the bankers. A few things to remember, folks, as we close. None of you have the ability to convert any person to our family. This was predetermined. John 6:44 and 45, 65 and 66. Only the Father can bring those people to the truth. And the truth is, folks, these people don't care about our beliefs or our truth. They serve the beast. They don't care about us. They don't want to hear our truth. They will wander after the beast. Revelation 13:3-4 talks about the beast. One of its heads was wounded to death, his deadly wound was healed, and all the world wondered after the beast. And they worshipped the dragon, which gave power unto the beast, and they worshipped the beast, saying, Who is like unto the beast? Who is able to make war with him? Who can you not criticize, and why? And this is a spiritual war. You cannot criticize the devil and his children because they are scared to death, because they know their ass is on borrowed time. They're on borrowed time. The scriptures say, who can make war with the beast? This means the beast is all powerful. The beast speaks to people daily. The tools are the internet, Hollywood, television, music, church, education, and the media. Now, who controls and operates these tools of the beast? That's right, the devil's own. This is why they are the masters. They are the ones that are out in front in the suppression of free speech. You can look to China, and you can see that China has been doing this for the past 20 years. The internet laws in China are draconian, and now they are everywhere else because this is part of a plan by the entire dragon. You have to restrict the people from sharing information back and forth, especially truthful information back and forth. The internet will even start to monitor your moods. It will spy on you. This is the reality of the internet age. So when you get out your computer or your phone, you need to be wise as a serpent. The three biggest signs of the tribulation are this. 1, the complete destruction of the church. 2, the hate against white Christians. 3, the suppression of our speech. Now this will escalate, and these 3 things will tell you where we are at all times, and you should remember them well. Look at the behavior of this world and those close to us. You will see this behavior grow worse with each passing day. This is how the tribulation will be. It's a woman giving birth, as Jesus Christ told us. It's a process of time. And as she begins to have birth pains, soon the child will be delivered. I would say she's about in the 8th month. That's where we're really at. This is where we're at. Everything that is wrong will intensify. And if we pray and use our discernment, we can have a good idea of when the birth will be. I believe we are almost there. I understand that many folks, when you speak out, you want to help others. And we can help others if we are called to help that person. However, we cannot allow our emotions to get the best of us. Many times what happens is, and I am guilty of this, we become angry, we get hurt, and we want to shout the truth. I totally understand this, brethren. I truly do. There is a time and place for everything. However, we must, listen to me, brethren, we must run on faith and intellect. We cannot let our emotions guide us. We must also remember that the knowledge and the wisdom that our Father has given us through Jesus Christ is special. And we should be humble and thankful for knowing some of the truth of this world when we look at so many people and realize they know nothing. We should remember the words of Jesus Christ when he said, Matthew 7:6, give not that which is holy unto dogs, neither cast ye your pearls before swine, lest they trample them under their feet and turn again and rend you. When you share the truth with those that are not called, they will turn on you and gored you. You do not give what the Father has given you that is so precious to just anybody. In closing, I would like to ask you to please pray for this Sister Saban. And I would like to remind you to please wake up daily and do everything that you can to please your Father. 1 Peter 3:12 says, for the eyes of the Lord are over the righteous, and his ears are open unto their prayers, but the face of the Lord is against them that do evil. And remember the words of Jesus Christ, brethren. Be wise as serpents, and never cast our pearls before swine, and do not give that which is holy to the dogs. Temper your thoughts with wisdom and patience. This does not mean that we should be cowards. It does not mean that we should deny Jesus Christ under any circumstances, even if it means death. However, we must know there is a time to speak. There is a time to be quiet. There is a time to simply sit back and watch if we're called to speak. Everything must be tempered through prayer. On our journey, we may take comfort, for men and women have come before us who have served as our examples. They were imprisoned, they were tortured, they were beheaded, they were killed, they were murdered because of their faith and their love for our Father through Jesus Christ. We will endure as good soldiers. Remember, we have the ultimate example in the King of Kings, Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ said to follow me, and his life was not easy. He was beaten, mocked, held hostage, and murdered by suffocating to death by the same monsters who are suppressing our free speech and so much more. Romans 8:17 says, if so be we suffer with him, that we may be glorified together. We are going to go through hard times, brethren. But remember, nobody can do anything to you unless your Father says that they can. I want you to tie that around your neck and remember, nobody can do anything to you unless your Father says they can. In the end, Jesus Christ will judge us, and we are going to be held accountable for our actions or lack thereof. Fight the good fight. Stay loyal to your King, and you will reign for him forever as a royal family, a true royal family. Be wise, brethren, and may the Almighty Father bless each and every one of you and your loved ones in the name of Jesus Christ.